बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा.
And if you want to add any images, which I generally do in every presentation, I add images, which is going to visualize what I'm going to discuss instead of simple notes. You can always go to Google and search for images and you can copy paste. Like here, when I was talking about Epic Pen, I have to search for Epic Pen and then paste it here. So this is something you can adjust wherever you want. Now this is something you have to do slide by slide because you will not have the same image in all the slides. So this is something we are doing for individual slides. And you can move on from here onwards. So these are, this is something, the first thing you have to do, you have to decide your background style, or you can design template. You can still use design templates from here. But again, when you use design templates, automatically it will overwrite your settings and everything comes as per the design, okay? Which may not something suits your other things, like maybe images, doesn't fit properly in these backgrounds. Even the logo doesn't fit properly in the backgrounds. So if you're not using images, if you're not using your logos, then these designs will look more attractive in terms of colors, but nothing will replace the whiteboard. I assume, nothing will replace the actual whiteboard or the blackboard which we use. Okay. So you can give the same feeling with a whiteboard as if you're writing on a whiteboard with multiple colors. So this is an overview of the slide master option. Of course, the headings, the more options here you can see. This is the heading you can adjust. You can add the images. Now these options we know. Just search for the image, copy paste wherever you want. Like copy this image and paste wherever you want. Adjust your heading. These things mostly every one who knows MS Office, they know. Basically, even if you just bring any of your 5th, 6th standards people, the kids, they also knows the MS Office. But what we need to know is how effectively we can utilize the same in presentations. Presentation, that is more important. Now the next options, as we use the slide master, once you do this, now there are a couple of options which I use. If you go with a full screen, normally when we present, we go with a full screen. Full screen option, you can either click on this button here, which shows you the full screen. Because when you present, everything comes in a white screen. So complete full screen it will. Now, the more you are good with the keyboard, that will also add more value, like using some keyboard shortcuts while switching between the tabs. Those options also a little bit useful. Now, when you're using this, sometimes you don't see the full screen. Sometimes there will be an option here. I think inside the design, you see there is a slide size. Inside the design, if you're using Windows 2019, the one which I'm using, there is a standard size and the widescreen size. If you use standard size, it will be something like this, more kind of a square, almost like a square, and you will have the black lines on the other sides. So this is how it looks. Mostly in some of the when you install, mostly this is something what you might see. If you see my older presentations, I used to have this way, but the problem is because of these settings. So most of the time the default settings will be this. I recommend you to adjust to the widescreen, which will be more kind of rectangle and which will completely fill your screen on both the sides. That is one more adjustment you have to do, and also it will give a more space for these things. But make sure that you do this before you set the content, or else these issues will come. I don't save anyway. I don't have any issues. So like, I think this is the same wider one. So in case, if check this option as well, because you put a lot of efforts in presentations and then you suddenly change, let's say I suddenly change this to another, it will automatically adjust the things and the things will completely change and all your efforts will go in vain. So these are the things you have to do before you start preparing the content. And this is something you do only one time. It's not like you do every time. And whenever I want to create a new presentation, I just quick open up this presentation and then I'll simply go to file and save it as, because I don't want to do this again and again. So I'll simply save it as a kind of sample. Let me save it here. So in this folder, sample file. And then when I save it, the old file will be there. And this new file. So there will be an old file and this new file will be there. And now I will start deleting all the content. I just select all the slides and just delete everything and start with a new, because you will have all the settings, everything set here. Now, when you add a new slide, again, you get everything after that. So this is how you have to replicate multiple files. And that's how even I do here. If you see, if I go to file and open, you can see there are plenty of presentations which are prepared on different topics. Probably all the presentations have the common template which I use. Any file, if you open, probably it has a common things. Like this is the one, FI. FI is a shortcut. I think Shift FI or FI is a full screen. Shift FI will show you the full screen, only that particular slide. And then I use these options. I can see. So basically the background, anything, these things will not change. Of course, if you are very good expert, then probably you can also add animations to that. I'll show you some animations. This takes a lot of efforts, a little bit extra, but this will be more visual. You can see this basically explains what I want to tell. The same pictorial representation. So there are a few simple animations you can add. I will also try to explain those few options anyway. So saving the file, creating multiple files this way. That is one more thing I do. Content, I'm not talking about content. Headings we did. Images you can add. The logo, if you want to add, you can add the content. And you can move this content here and there as per the requirement. Any additional options if I miss. Of course, you can add other options like insert text box. I never use all these options. So basically, I'm trying to explain you the options which are commonly I use. Designs, I never use because I create my own design. And the transitions you can add to your presentations. Now, transitions are like, now this is a full screen. Normally, it is the next page comes in a normal way. But when I add the transitions, let me select all the slides, Control A, and then I use these random bars. And if I use FI to show me the slideshow, FI, then you can see these are random bars. Random bars are like, when the slide changes, these kind of curtains, kind of effects it's going to apply. So these effects you can apply if you want. I normally don't use these effects. I don't see any reason in using these things. But if you want to have some kind of effect, you can add this way. Not this one. This one. We call them as transitions. I normally don't use transitions mostly. But I use animations. Animation options I'll cover in my next class. So I just wanted to cover a few basic options. Most of the options I have covered. Insert, draw. Now draw tools will be required. You can draw on the white screen either by using this screen drawing tool. But let's say you want to have your own drawing on the screen itself, which has to be saved. So if you move to the left corner, there will be an option. Now these options will vary based on the software versions what you use. So if you are using 2010 MS Office, the options may slightly vary. Now here you can see there is a pen, there is a pointer. I can use some pointer which points what exactly I want to tell. Kind of laser point. Even I can use highlighter where I can highlight a few points. You can highlight inside the notes. But these things, when I say escape, it will ask you whether you want those changes you added, it will be permanent or not. So if you want to keep those part of the presentation, you can keep it. But if you are just using them for a temporary basis, you can discard them. So sometimes while I'm presenting few topics, I don't want the screen drawing tool to be used. I want these points to be present. I can say like this, like the packet comes from here, goes to my router, and then it goes there and then come back, something like this. And I can keep this drawing permanent with my presentations if I click on this keep option. I never do that, but kind of temporary drawing, I do that. And most of the time I use screen drawings where I'll explain, or I will try to point how the packet flows, how the things works, basically those points. But you have these options here. So the more you know about the PowerPoint, the more you can efficient utilize. Assuming you know some basic MS Office stuff and you know the basic copy paste, I have added few points here.